Welcome to Current State. I'm your host, Mickey Hurton, filling in for Mark Bayshore. Hey, it's Live Music Friday, and let's kick things off with a song from Class&Jazz. Our live music guests this week are Oleg Bezuglov and Natalia Bezuglova. Together, they're known as Class&Jazz. Natalia, what was the name of that song?
Oh, that was Peace in a Blues style by Russian composer in a jazz style, Igor Frolov.
Oh, beautiful rendition. Thanks so much. Hey, very good. We look forward to hearing more from both of you later on in the show. Well, that was Class and Jazz. Oleg, that one sounded pretty familiar.
There was Jerome Skier's famous song, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, arranged by me for our ensemble a while ago.
Wonderful arrangement. We look forward to hearing more from Class and Jazz later in the hour. You've been listening to Current State on WKAR. I'm Mickey Hurton. At this hour, we've been enjoying the classical music of Class and Jazz with Natalia Bezuglova and on the piano and Oleg Bezuglov on the violin. They're a married couple, originally from Russia, and both of them are in the MSU doctoral program. And as their name implies, their music combines elements of classical music and jazz. You can see Class and Jazz in concert on October 16th at the Central Methodist Church in Lansing. Oleg, Natalia, welcome to Current State.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having us.
Oh, you play so wonderfully. Hey, we often ask our Music Friday guests to tell us about their earliest days. You know, what sort of music you listened to growing up, and were your family's musical, and when did you learn to play? But first, how did you guys meet?
Well, maybe I will go first. We met in the music school, not surprisingly, being musicians, professional trained for music since very young age. I was in the special school before I entered the conservatory in Russia, and I was already in the program when Natalia joined my class, the music history class. So she entered the room, and that's sort of how it all started.
You heard music.
Yeah.
And then what? And yours? Your story?
My story, I finished my music school, which takes usually about 7 years in Russia. And then I started thinking of doing something after that. And then I found these special classes, like whatever we have right now for the Juilliard School, like a special music school before college level. So that's what was that. And then I came to music history class, and then I've seen this like cute-looking guy. I still think that.
That probably helped while you were on tour.
Oh yeah.
Did you? Are you from a musical family?
No. My father is a journalist, radio station actually, journalist.
We like that.
So thank you for having me again. I have some experience being on radio, so it's fun. I know that for sure. Yeah, and I started when I was maybe like 10. I mean, started coming for the programs. So, and my mom, she's a doctor in many ways. Right now, let's put it that way. She's an astrologist and she's a massagist. She's a very profound person, very important person in my life, but none of them are musicians, though all of them are singing. And my brother too, he's a sculptor, pretty famous in Russia, majoring in ice and sand sculpturing, and he is actually right now in United States doing a festival. Yeah, so all of the family are not they're not professional musicians, but all into music very much.
How about you, Oleg? Your family musical?
No, not technically. My father is a software engineer, and my mom is a professor of biology in the university. But like Natalia said, my parents, like hers, they were always very supportive of our chosen trade and even when we decided to leave Russia to come to United States, which was a hard decision for us, and you can imagine how hard it was for them to accept that, but they were very understanding about that choice of ours, and they came to visit us many times already. So,
well, what brought you to the U.S.? I mean, it sounds like you had, good careers going in Russia.
We did, and we actually graduated from our schools. We completed all the complete course of study in our country. We graduated from the conservatory, then we graduated from the postgraduate program in chamber music. We won an international competition. We were participating in festivals. We actually organized our own festival, which we had 2 times before we left. So everything seemed to be going fine, but then I got this offer from my current Professor Dmitry Berlinsky, who invited me over to MSU right away to start a doctorate program in violin performance with him. And this was an opportunity that I just couldn't pass because of his international fame. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because I learned so much from him. And then Natalia entered her program in piano performance with Professor Moriarty here, and she's also close to graduation at this point, as well as me. We both doctorate students in the final stages.
It's an interesting combination, though, classical and jazz, or am I wrong? Do they overlap in ways we don't think about?
Oh, this is very interesting topic actually, because people don't usually think about classical composers such as like Shostakovich and Ravel doing jazz style, but they did, so it comes back to 1920s.
Are you going to be playing another song for us? I believe you have something.
Oh yeah.
Well, get over to that piano.
Oh, yeah. I thought to treat our audience today morning with a piece everybody knows. Let me see if you can recognize it.
All right.
Piece, and everybody knows it as Für Elise by Ludwig van Beethoven. And now I want to illustrate what how Russian jazz composer Georgy Firtich treated this piece on his own. Thinking of that song? That's right. Classical music in a jazz style. That's what they call it.
Well, that was great. Hey, let's talk about your live performance. You have a show coming up on Sunday at the United Methodist Church called A Paris. Tell us, what are you planning?
Well, this is another project of ours, which is not technically it's our classical project. It consists of all French music for violin and piano. We're gonna play César Franck Sonata, several selected preludes by Debussy, original written by for piano, but arranged for violin and piano, not by me, by different people. And we're gonna play Ravel's Tzigan. And our concept or idea, general idea behind this program is to not only to play the French music, but also play it on the French instrument that I have. I'm fortunate to have the French violin made by Pietro and Hippolyte Silvestri in 1837, and in Lyon, in the city of Lyon. And I also recently acquired a violin bow made by François Varenne in 1886, and this bow was made in Paris, and it's truly unbelievable. It's true masterpiece. I enjoy every moment that I spend with it. And this project we do as part of our ongoing fundraising project to gather donations for this board purchase, which was quite expensive. It's priced more than $12,000. And so far we played 2 of them, 2 concerts in 2 churches. It went very well over the summer, and we're very happy about it. People were very happy in the audience about it. And the whole idea to play the French music on the French instruments, which we're not French people though, but it's a lot of French in the program.
Yes. Well, it's just a reminder. That concert is Sunday, October 16th at the United Methodist Church in Lansing. And the concert is A Paris. Now, along with your performance classes here, you have other outlets for your music, don't you, Natalia? You teach and you play at the Mount Hope United Methodist Church?
Oh yeah. I did have this rare opportunity to work at the church because, as you know, as Russians, we are Orthodox Christians, and there is not much music in our churches, which is regretfully, I think, if this is very my personal opinion, because lots of music is going on here, and the entire culture of classical music raised on music in churches. And when I came here, first time in my life, I got a chance to study organ and play the real organ.
A big pipe organ?
The first organ was a big pipe organ. Now I play electronic organ, but the sound is written from the real organ, so it's sounding really gorgeously. And I'm very thankful for that. Absolutely new vision and new school in my life.
And Oleg, you work with the Flint Institute of Music, and you're playing with several orchestras?
Yes, I do teach in Flint. It's a wonderful institution, wonderful program in there. I love my students. For about 2 years, I already teach in there. And I also play in about 6 orchestras here in Michigan State. I'm contracted member of Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Midland, Flint Symphony, Traverse City, Muskegon. And yeah.
You better have a good calendar with all of that.
I know, it's a lot of driving around, but...
All right. Hey, well, listen, thank you so much for joining us today. You're going to play us out with a final song. Our Live Music Friday guests have been the duo Class&Jazz with Oleg Bezuglov and on the violin and Natalia Bezuglova on the piano. They're playing us out today with Chattanooga Choo Choo.